coffee shop.
So I had a man literally text me, do you want to go on a date this week? And I'm like, yeah, a date, are you kidding me? But little did I know, chivalry is dead. And he says, yeah, come over and watch a movie.
All right, you guys remember the girl that I invited out on that date last week and she ghosted me? I made a TikTok about it. If you didn't see it, long story short, we made plans to get together for like a proper date and she ghosted me. It happens, it's okay. So I'm at the coffee shop this morning and I'm scrolling through TikTok and guess who pops up on my For You page? That same exact girl. And so I'm like, okay, let's see what she has to say. I'm very curious. This girl makes a video about how she's so excited for this date and she can't wait to see this guy who asked her out on this proper date, only to find out when it comes time for the guy to come pick her up, he shoots her a text saying, come on over, let's watch a movie.
Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Miss Cafe. Ladies, in today's video, I found myself on the messy side of TikTok again. Ladies, these videos are very interesting. You know what you do on this channel. I don't want to talk too much at the introduction. So let's jump right into this video and then I'll be back to give my take on it. But before that, ladies, I'm sure you can see where I am today. If you've never seen a pineapple plantation, here they are. You can see these are pineapples, very beautiful, very nice. Yes, ladies. So let's jump right into this video and then I'll be back to give my take on it.
Ever since you were 16 years old, you had to get it out the mud. Even though you had siblings who didn't have to do the same. So whenever you got your first job, you wanted your nails done, you had to pay for that. You wanted your hair done, you had to pay for that. You wanted to go to prom, you had to pay for that. You wanted a class ring, you had to pay for that. And you also had to choose what bill you wanted to pay in the house. Now, at first you was a little bit salty about it, but now that you're older and more mature, you realize that it made you the woman that you are today. But you knew that whoever you met, decided to be with, would have to have the same type of work ethic that you have. And you dated a few people who didn't, but now you finally found a person that you feel like do. Y'all been living together for over a year. Y'all both pay the bills. It's not 50-50. Because, I mean, he pays more. You just kind of like pitch in. But anyway, as you were saving your money, you decided you wanted a bag. A very expensive bag. A Birkin. So you did what needed to be done and you got it. Not even a week later, y'all house was broken into and it was stolen. Now, some other things were stolen too. A couple of TVs, a man PlayStation, some of the games that went along with it. Looked like they probably would have tried to steal more, but they didn't really have enough time. So y'all filed a police report, submitted a claim with y'all renter's insurance, and went on about y'all day. So then not even 48 hours after the robbery, why you get on social media and you see your man mama posted up in a Birkin being project with a Birkin on. Birkin identical to the Birkin that was stolen out of your house 48 hours prior.
Because my baby daddy is out here running his mouth in these streets, so let's go ahead and pop it off, okay? Because you out here telling people that you give me $500 a month, but you don't give me a goddamn thing. Not a nothing, not a nada. These right here I had to buy yesterday, okay? You ain't seen your motherfucking kid in over a month over some shit that happened that you out here telling people is a motherfucking sunburn, but really, the doctor ruled it as a burn. And the reason why I have temporary custody is because you have no motherfucking explanation on where it came from or how it happened. But what CPS did do was give you the option to have supervised visits, but you won't take them, okay? But where are these at, though? Where are these at? Because even if that's the situation, which it is, okay, even if that was the situation when it came to me, I'ma still do everything I need to do when it comes to my child, right? Where's this at? Where they at? Where you at, bro? Where the fuck you at? Because you ain't here. You ain't here, and you ain't doing it. The only thing you doing is manipulate motherfuckers around you into believing you something that you motherfucking not. Like, that's what the fuck you best at. Your daily affirmations of what you tell yourself every single day is out of this motherfucking world, okay? You can't even finesse me into giving a fuck that you popping out with the next motherfucking bitch that you probably going around and manipulating other bitches into believing that that's your motherfucking boss or sister as if y'all ain't fucking, but you can't even finesse me in the right ways to give a fuck because you don't do what the fuck you need to do when it comes to my child, okay? You out here telling people, oh, she's selling her shit. Is you salty, bro? Is you salty? Because see, don't nobody know that I had you make your own motherfucking page so I could sell the content. Don't nobody know that though, do they? Don't nobody know that you was begging me for my content. Don't nobody know that the reason why I have not talked to you in the last motherfucking month is because I ain't cut you off. Me, that was my doing, not yours. Not motherfucking yours. You over there talking about, oh, it's hard to co-parent with a retard. Bitch, when do you co-parent? When do you even parent? Okay? You can't even distinguish his and he's in a motherfucking sentence, bitch. You want to be funny? You want to hee-hee har-har? Just make sure that you're more funnier than me before we start going, okay? Just make sure you're funnier than me. You cannot even finesse me in the right motherfucking ways to give a fuck about the next fucking bitch, and that's all you want to do. That's all you want to fucking do. That's all. How many times in the last month have you took your spark car and rolled over to the next person's house? How many times? But but you couldn't roll over and get your kids some motherfucking diapers, regardless of how you felt. Regardless of how you felt. Why is it that you continue to run your bitch ass mouth, but I'm the one that's out here doing it day in and day motherfucking out? You salty as fuck. You salty as fuck because I don't need you. I don't need you. You out here talking about how you get it out the mud. Bitch, you wouldn't have had to get it out the mud 45 times if you would have treated the bitches that you was with right in the motherfucking first place, bitch. You out here popping out with a bitch when really you should be popping out with some motherfucking diapers. And I ain't hating because that bitch is fresher than you are, okay? The creases in your motherfucking shirt, they match the creases in your Air Forces. Fix it, bitch. Fix it. Fix it. And keep my name out your mouth.
Damn. Bruh, did he answer back? Oh, you gotta watch this.
My husband gave up on me, and we are right now at the courthouse where I pulled up on him at the courthouse because he wanna divorce me. Right? You gonna give up? That easy?
I don't know.
You don't know, but you up here. Did you fill out the paper?
It's like I'm on edge. Like,
Did you fill out the paper?
can I talk for once? Like, it's like I've been going through so much. Like, I'm debating. Like, should I go with it or should I not? Like, I don't.
We debating you up here at the courthouse. It looked like you made your decision.
He said, can I talk for once? Meaning, he doesn't feel like he has a voice in this relationship. So it sounds like he's had enough.
Like, I'm just like, why are you here?
I'm trying to see if you really gonna go through with
next to me, because it's like I'm thinking like,
you text me, told me you was getting a divorce, you at the courthouse. I pulled up on you obviously to stop this from happening. So you leaving with me or you staying here?
you could easily be doing this. I'm thinking like, this woman, should I divorce her or should I stay with her and, just try to work it out? But it seems like you ain't trying to like get your stuff together, because it's like, I done told you plenty of time.
Don't make me get arrested. Don't make me get crazy.
What did she just say?
Yep, yeah.
I done told you plenty of times, like, I work, and like, come home, I slave, and it's like, you don't
make me get crazy. For real.
But it's like,
For real. Let's go now.
So
Let's go. Come on, why are you doing that? You ain't gotta do that. Just let's go.
I don't know, I'm thinking, you've been, just, I need some time to think. Can you just, can you please just leave?
I ain't going nowhere. You could, unless you're going with me.
Like, I have till 5 o'clock till the man come. Till they come to think if I should do this.
Don't do this. Don't do this to us. How you gonna do this to us?
How does she expect to make this work? The way she is grabbing his arm makes me think that she treats him like a child in this relationship. Did she just give him the mom voice? Let's go. That's the mom voice. That's the voice we give our children when we out in public. When we out in public and we can't like yell, that's that voice. And then for her to pull on his arm, this man wants out. To me, it just sounds like he wants to be treated with respect. He wants to be heard, and she's not willing to do that. He's been suffering in silence. Ain't no way I'd get back with somebody that's threatening me. If I'm already conflicted whether I want to be in the relationship or not, and my so-called partner threatens me, oh, that seals the deal. We done. It sounds to me like this man is done. And mind you, Most men don't file for divorce. It's women. So when the man goes to the courthouse to file for divorce, oh, he's done. He's done. He's done taken all that he can take. He's tried. It's not working. He's done. Drop your comments. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe, follow. You know what to do. Let's go.
Gave money to a homeless dude. The homeless dude turned around and said, hey, thanks, brother. Now that Trump's president, we all gonna be rich. Huh? Huh? What part of the Trump campaign did I miss that every demographic of person believes that they will now be rich? What? I am lost, dude.
So I just went out to eat with this guy, and tell me if I'm tripping or it just was not like table manners. And it's somebody that I've been seeing for a while, so it's not like, oh my gosh, I've seen it before. And I always talk about, hey, you don't have any patience. I think you should just wait and allow people to answer you, right? We're eating, and it's a nice place. The rating's great. Dude is phenomenal. He's back within 30 seconds. So he even got tipped $10 or $15, I think. So there was a guy, he needed a straw. He had a water and a beer, and there's a straw in his water. So he was like, oh, I need another straw, whatever. I was like, okay, well, give him a second to come back. The guy, first of all, every time the guy was coming and going, literally with people's things, he's asking him for something or speaking over to people's food. And I was like, don't do that. Just allow him to come back. He'll be back. Like, nothing's gonna happen. And then there was another guy coming, like he's looking for everybody to stop them. And I'm just like, yo, you can just relax. We're just here chilling. We're not rushing to go nowhere. Just calm down. And the guy came by. He was like, bro, can I just straw? But while he's saying it, his voice is really low because I had to catch it. But it startled the guy, and the guy lifted his arm up, and the guy was like, what? And so I was like, why did you do that? Like, you just startled him. He was like, he didn't have a problem with it. Why are you trying to be his spokesperson or his lawyer? And I was just like, it's not about that. It's about people's space and boundaries. And I've spoken to you about it before, but you keep doing it. We're dudes. We don't care. And I was like, he's working, so obviously he's not going to say anything, but you keep on doing this stuff. And he's the kind of person that, if I have a box of pizza, he'll be asking me, can I have a slice of pizza, while he's already pulling the pizza apart. So he doesn't really allow you to say yes or no. And I'm just like, you're not understanding that people's boundaries and personal space. So I just stopped talking because he was like, this is not the time for you to be trying to correct me. You're not supposed to be correcting me. And I was like, okay, well then there's nothing else I could say, because and I was rushing to tell it because we were at the movies and he pulled up before me, so he was standing outside. But it's like, you want people to respect your space and your boundaries, but you don't do it to other people. And this was just another moment, because I didn't say it in front of the guy that he took the straw from. It wasn't even our waiter. I was just like, relax, calm down. Like, I didn't say, would you be doing that if we were in the front of a big group of people? He was like, yeah, I'll do it anywhere. Table etiquette, like, what are you talking about? Would you do this in front of your mom? Like, it's not like, it's just weird because it's like nobody can correct you, and it's not, I'm not even telling you like, bro, I was just like, hey, why did you do that? Because the guy was walking fast, and when he was like, bro, can I have this, he was already reaching. Dude was like, huh?
Spend the morning with me cleaning me house for the first time in 11 months as a mother of 9 who just hadn't had the time to do it. You know, I've not only that, but I'm pregnant with 10th, and I've had an ingrown toenail that's killing me something rotten. So here's just a little bit of me mess, just some of it. End it day, guys. I'm being real raw and vulnerable here, showing you realistically how it is for some of us mums. Just being vulnerable, so don't judge, don't hate.
Hey, so I just watched a girl on here explain how her mother, her own mom, was grooming her and her siblings, like all of their life or whatever. And basically she was saying, like, as they were children growing up, her mom would constantly be nude around them. She said her mom would be on the couch nude and be like playing with herself, messing with herself and stuff like that right in front of the children. Then she said her mom would have different sexual partners over, men and women, and would be extremely obnoxious and loud with them. And then the girl was saying like her siblings would tell her mom like, you're making us uncomfortable, like this is not okay, can you like quiet down, can you not be in the living room, spread eagle? Which is like crazy to me that children have to ask their mom that. Like, that is insane. But what really got me is the fact that she said her mom put a fucking hole in her bedroom wall, a hole, and that wall was connected to her room. She said her mom would be in there with these whatever the fuck sexual partners, and she would be crazy loud, like just crazy loud. And I feel like as an adult, we know you don't have to be that fucking loud. There's no fucking way. You just don't have to be that fucking loud, like point blank period. And then she said when she went to go tell her mom, mind you, she's like 12 at this point. So even having this conversation with your mother at 12 and you're telling her to fucking stop this shit at 12 is just diabolical. But she told her mom like, yo, you're being mad fucking loud. Can you stop? Can you be fucking quiet? Please just be fucking quieter. She said her mom laughed in her fucking face and got louder. Does she not belong in jail? Is that not child abuse, child neglect, child endangerment? It has to be child something, because that is insane. That is literally insane, and it's disgusting, and it's nasty, and she's a horrible mother. Horrible fucking human being. That is just the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
Today, my son's public speaking teacher called me to let me know that he has not started on his final project for that class yet, and to see if I could help him pick a relative to do the project on, because it is to write a biography on a living maternal relative and present it to the class. Now, if you've never seen my chipmunk cheeks on your feed before, let me tell you exactly why my kid has not started on this project, because I have 3 living relatives, and these are some riveting choices that this kid has to choose between. His first option is my mother, the Ginger Queen Supreme. She's currently dying of 3 types of cancer after being the first woman in her family to survive to her 40s in over 100 years, because they all kept offing themselves from mental illness, okay? Her grandmother, her great-grandmother, her mother, her aunt, all ended their own lives. Then, when she was in her 20s, her brother murdered their father and framed her for it, so she got arrested for that. But then she ended up testifying against her brother and getting a hit put on her. So then I grew up in hiding for a while, and while she was testifying at that trial, my dad ended up cheating on her with his secretary, and so then she divorced him, but he kept like breaking in and beating the crap out of her. That was a really interesting turn of events, honestly. But then my uncle ended up getting out of prison on a technicality, which leads me to riveting option number 2. My uncle, the murderer who murdered his father and framed his sister for it. Who would not want to choose that one to write a biography on? That man is an absolute sociopath. And then there's the third option, which is actually a recent discovery. I only just found out within the last few years that this woman even existed, and that would be their sister Deb. And I just found out she existed because in the 90s, my mother and her got into this huge fight, and my mother threatened to have her killed and then paid her to change her last name and move across the country and never speak to her again. Literally made her change her last name. She wasn't allowed to use the family last name anymore. And I just found out this woman existed because she just decided to forgive my mother when she found out she was dying from multiple types of cancer. And I'm sure you're thinking that my newly found aunt sounds like the best option to write this paper on, right? But you'd be wrong, because her mom isn't even my grandma. Her mom is my grandma's best friend, because my grandpa was married to my grandma's best friend first, and then while she was pregnant with Deb, he left her for my grandmother, and then had my mom and uncle with her, but then continued to cheat on my grandma with Deb's mom. And who wants to try to explain all of that to a high school class? Either way, it doesn't matter who he picks, because that entire class is coming home traumatized.
I'm not getting
paid.
My apartment to go to work. I'm trying to figure out why I can't find my car. So I'm walking around the whole building, on, off, can't find my car. I said, bitch, I parked right here. So I'm trying to open the door. The door's closed because now it's time that everybody is gone. The people that work downstairs. But one person was in there, a new worker. And he was like, what's wrong? I said, where's my car? And then he was like, oh my gosh, was it a Jeep? No, it wasn't. And so I said, let them know I'm not paying for my car because I live here and I pay rent here, and it's not my fault that y'all got all of 20 parking spaces, and so we don't have no parkings. We don't got no parking any motherfucking, bro, we don't got no parking nowhere, right? So people have to park on the sidewalks, everywhere we park across the street. We've already got warnings that we can't park there no more, right? So we all park just anywhere. But I was parked somewhere decent. Why did I get told last night? And I had to go find this out at 11:59. I let the man downstairs know, please let the manager of this building know I paid my rent. I'm not paying $330 for my car to come out of the pound because I didn't tell them to come pick it up. They're not supposed to come pick it up. I have my tags for this building. I have everything. It's not my fault that y'all don't have no parking spaces, okay? All right. So he says, yeah, you know, a lot of people have been complaining about this, baby, we know, and I'm not paying $75 to go underneath the cover, and I'm not paying $250 or $275 to be underneath, have a personal garage. I'm not doing it because, baby, my rent is high enough, Texas, okay? So I just went to my bank account, baby, transferred all my money over because I saw that rent wasn't taken out yet. Went to my bank account, transferred everything that's in my check-ins into my savings, okay? And then I took off, I blocked the overdraft fee because, baby, I'm not getting paid. I just had to call off work for this shit. And if I don't get my car tomorrow, I'm going to have to call off work tomorrow. So that's 2 days of work that I'm going to miss. And I only work 3 days a week, 12.5 hours a shift. So I'm missing 2 days. If I miss 2 days, baby, you're not getting rent at all because somebody's gonna bring my motherfucking car back. They're gonna bring my car back. I ain't telling nobody to take it. And so I'm gonna go down there at the ass crack of dawn tomorrow morning. You need to go ahead and call them and tell them bring my shit back because y'all not getting rent. Y'all not getting rent. I block that shit. I'm not getting paid. You not getting paid.
What? What are you doing?
Right.
Right about what? Get the fuck out of my house.
You and your best friend had planned this vacation some months ago for you, her, and y'all man. But a couple of weeks ago, her and her man broke up. And at first, y'all was just going 86 the vacation. Y'all decided y'all didn't need no men to go with y'all. Y'all was just going to turn it into a best friend vacation. Now, my sister breakup, she been acting real funny. She been in a depressed mood. And you know how that could be. Her and her man was together for 3 years, so you wasn't really tripping on it. You did reach out to her the day before the vacation and was like, look, are you sure you want to go? Because I'm not trying to go on this vacation and then you being a Debbie Downer the whole time. She apologized. She's like, you know how that could be, whatever. And you don't even know why they broke up because every time you bring it up, she don't want to talk about it. You respect her wishes. You figure when she want to talk about it, she gonna tell you. So moving right along. So the morning time come, you pick her up. She quiet the whole way to the airport. When y'all get to the airport, on a plane ride, and when y'all touch down. So when she go to get some ice, you call your mama and you're like, I don't know what to do. Your mama say just respect her wishes and just give her some time. You've already stated that you're there for her. Maybe this vacation is what she need for a reset. So you're like, yep, you right, okay, cool. She comes back and y'all start getting ready because y'all have dinner reservation. Y'all get to the restaurant and you like, it's like pulling teeth for you to try to get her to have a conversation with you. You don't even remember what you said, but she just burst out crying. She asked you for the hotel room key and said you she go into the room and run out. At first you was gonna run behind her, but you love a good beginning of the back, so you was like, I'm about to eat my steak. Now because you got worried, you did reach out to her ex and you were like, hey, what's going on? Why y'all broke up? Like, I've never seen her act like this before. He was like, that's something that she's gonna have to discuss with you. So you was like, can you give me a hint? Like, y'all acting like it's that bad. He was like, again, that's something that she gonna have to discuss with you. So you was like, all right, hang up on you, not in the mood. So you finish up your food, you pay, and when you go to leave, you realize that she had left her phone and purse on the table. So you wanted to go through it, but you was like, I'm gonna respect her privacy. You gathered and start walking to your room. But then she get a text message. It says, mommy with a heart, and the text message say, I love you. But you confused because her mama dead. So you unlock the phone. You go to the text thread and you scrolling. And it's a whole lot of information. Text messages read, I'ma tell her, I'm still mad you made me unalive my baby. I wish me and my man would have never started doing this with y'all. But yeah, I love you and I still want to be with you. You click on the contact information and you read the number. It's your mama number. So you take them hills up, start running towards the room Shakara Richardson style. But that's when you remember she had left her key, so you gave her your key. You gotta go to the front desk to get a key. The front desk tell you that room, the balance has been paid off and it has been checked out of. So as you trying to figure out what's going on.
Shitty parents will literally have you out here believing that their lack of love, safety, nurturance, and protection made you who you are today. That it made you strong, resilient, a fighter, a survivor. Like, no, babe, you didn't teach me how to survive life. I did that. You taught me how to survive you. I am who I am today, and I am where I am today, not because of you, but in spite of you. And anyone that tells you otherwise, que coman mierda. That is your credit, your power, and don't let anyone take that away from you. Okay, love you. Bye.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh my God, serious? You're gonna cheat on me with a literal dude. A literal dude.
How am I cheating?
We're all about
Where did you
him.
come from?
On him. Don't touch me. It's 3 years down the drain.
Wait, you know what? Let's go outside. Let's go outside. Let's go outside. No.
My face.
No. Get outside. Get outside.
Big litty, bitch, if you want the spade, come and get it. Big litty, bitch, if you want the spade, come and get it. Big litty.
Y'all, I'm waiting for the ops right now. They tell me that they finna be here. That's their apartment over there. I'm not finna get trespassed, so I'm waiting for them right here. Let's see what's up.
When your coworker wants to beef mid-shift.
Write me a note. What? Did you leave me a note on the yellow paper like I can't close or something? Like I don't know how to close? Oh, the big boss is coming tomorrow. Please make sure we restock. No, I thought I was closing tonight. I can't close. You were closing. Oh, okay. That's a What is this?
That's Nick's Tinder account.
Did you make this account for him? Because clearly
It says he was active last week.
He wouldn't have Tinder.
Except he does, Lauren. Look at it. Are you that blind?
Literally lying.
Why would I lie about that?
Because you're jealous.
One thing about me is when I was 22, I fell in love with my best friend, but I did not want to tell her that I fell in love with her because she had just gotten out of a 4-year-long relationship. So one day she tells me that she liked me and that we could date, but she wanted to also see other people, which I was like, fine, that's fine, we can do that. So then she starts dating this other guy. He is 15 years older than her. I should have stopped it then, but I didn't. So then we decided to all meet up at her parents' Christmas party. That's where I first met him. And he shows up, sits down in front of her Mormon mom and starts making sex jokes about having sex with this woman's daughter. So we all got really, really uncomfortable. It was awkward. And then after the actual Christmas party, he messages me on Instagram and says that he loves her. And so that's when I start to freak out, because that is love bombing. But I didn't want to say anything to her because I was afraid of looking like the jealous partner. So I said nothing. That's really important. I didn't say anything. Pay attention to that. So then I meet up with my friend for coffee and I tell her about the situation, and she says, holy shit, the exact same thing happened to me 2 months ago. We discussed the names. It's the same guy. He also did this to someone 15 years younger than him, literally 2 months prior. So then I get really scared. I tell my friend about it and she breaks up with him. And at this point I'm in love with her and I love her a lot. So I tell her I was always scared but didn't want to look jealous. So then we become official girlfriends. I asked her to be my girlfriend. And everything was really great until he applies to work for the job that I had just started working for a week after I got there. Like a week after I posted it on LinkedIn, he literally applied to work at the same workplace. It was really freaking creepy. So then I start getting scared and I start freaking out. And literally 2 years later, I go to a bachelorette party in Palm Springs. And then my friend tells me that one time she liked a post of mine on Instagram with my girlfriend in it. And the guy apparently had been hitting on her and her sister. And so he contacted her and goes, how do you know this girl named Roxy? And she's like, oh, well, we're really good friends because we had been for multiple years. And he's like, oh, well, she stole this girl from me and basically implied that my girlfriend has no autonomy and only dumped him because of me. But I never said shit. She only dumped you because you're really freaking creepy, man. Get off my page.
This is a story about how I found out my husband was cheating with my own mother. So turns out she's actually my sister.
I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen.
Baby, if you're not on Messy TikTok, let me fill you in. Picture this. You don't get your hair done, you don't get your deposit back, and you get your ass whooped by your hairstylist. So this girl on TikTok named Trendall just sat up here and told us her story, baby, and I'm about to give it to you because it's like 8 or 9 parts. So basically, Trendall is a hairstylist. She books with another hairstylist that she usually gets her hair done. She wanted boho knotless braids with a little curly shit going down her leg. Now, she booked this shit weeks ago, and she booked it for June 5th. June 5th was a couple of days ago, baby. And the girl that's supposed to be doing her hair was like, okay, it's gonna be $380. I see you when you get. Now, Trendoll said this hairstyle usually takes about 8 hours plus. And she booked it early because she's going to see Chris Brown. So she wanted her hair to be laid to the side and ready to see her man. Well, that hairstylist hit her with that hey boo text. And we all know when that hey boo text comes on, that literally means either you not getting your hair done, the price has changed, they're gonna be late, or they got some excuse with their children. Baby, that was kind of all of the above in this situation. Well, she texted Trendoll and said, hey, can we push your appointment back? It's gonna be about 1 p.m. Can we do it around that time? Because your hair isn't here. Well, Trendoll said, baby, I can't do that. I literally timed this out. I got other shit to do. Can I just bring my own hair? Well, a bunch of messages and text messages went back and forth, and Trendoll had to call her and clarify. So once she clarified and said, hey, you don't have to worry about that hair that's coming, I'll bring my own synthetic hair or whatever. She said what the new charge is gonna be. Well, the hairstylist told her, baby, it's gonna be the same charge whether you bring your hair or not, because I've already bought this human hair. And Trendoll said, what the fuck? I'm a hairstylist. I know good and goddamn well if my customer provides their own fucking hair, I'm about to give them a discount. So a couple of more words were exchanged. And disclaimer, Trendoll was like, how the fuck I booked this appointment weeks ago and you just now getting my hair? Baby, that's a good fucking question. Inquiring minds would like to know. So Trendoll said, you know what, fuck it. Cancel my appointment. And you can just give me my $100 deposit back. Well, baby, that's when shit started getting ugly. The hairstylist said, nah, your shit is on the way. I got my baby here. I got shit going on. You need to go ahead and just come up. Trendoll said, what the fuck the baby got to do with me? I said the same fucking thing when I heard it. She said, nah, just run me my money and we can keep it pushed. The hairstylist said, she said, don't be popping your gums. If you really about that life, then roll up. Well, Trendoll rolled up and got her ass whooped. She admitted it. She said, that girl whooped my ass. She said, I just wanted to post this to get off my chest. But the reason the girl whooped her ass, because Trendoll went to Facebook and told everybody not to book with her. Now, honestly, I feel like the hairstylist was wrong, but shit, she got the hands. What can you do? So not only did Trendoll get her ass whooped, she ain't get her hair done. She ain't get her money back. And she got a busted eye. Baby, makeup can't cover blood clot. Baby, I would have kept this one to myself. The end.
I said it once and I'm gonna say it again. We need to bring back appropriate bullying. I was watching a story on here today of this girl who said she stopped talking to her 11-year-old sister because, long story short, the 11-year-old sister, she ain't shit. Hold on. I know y'all gonna be like, don't say that about 11-year-old. No. After 10, some of these kids ain't shit, and it be the parents' fault, and it be the surrounding community fault. See, by 10, you start holding motherfuckers accountable. Okay, look, so she said every year, traditionally, the daddy give her and her sister each $100 to go and get their mother a Mother's Day gift, traditionally. Now, long story short, the little girl finessed a Mother's Day gift off of the dad's card by ordering a Mother's Day gift from Amazon a couple weeks ago, off the daddy's card, anticipating this $100 that she was going to get, pocketed the $100, played a sleepover, had a sleepover, Friday night, between Friday night and Saturday morning, she spent $80 fucking dollars. The parents sent her $50 that night so that she could fucking DoorDash some food. So, whole time she's hustling. The little girl's hustling. But where I feel like the story gets really fucking diabolical, and like the whole we bring back appropriate bullying, is when the sister confronts her in front of the mom and the dad. Now, mind you, the little girl starts pulling some like manipulative ass shit as soon as the dad walks in. Now, mind you, between the mom and the sister, the little girl is acting like a little and then when the dad walks in, she start crying and shit and being like, oh my god, like, what is me? I'm the victim here. The dad, he's mad. He leaves. He's like, all right, I'm gonna handle this with you separately, but right now, like, I'm gonna let you finish this with your mama and your sister. Right then and there, that little girl is like, this is all my sister's fault. I wish she had herself. I wish she had killed herself. Excuse me? That's where I would have snatched her little ass the fuck up. As the mother, as the sister, it don't matter who I am in the room.
I'm snatching this little girl the fuck up, because first of all, this whole little spiel you just did where you got caught up because you was being held accountable, that was really like, we're gonna have a chit chat about that. But this right here where you say you wish your sister, oh, I'm definitely about to show you, don't ever play with my baby. See, this is where the, like, my mom, and I know this is true for a lot of moms, but especially in an ethnic household, when it's one child against another child and the mother gets brought in, 9 times out of 10, your mom is going to step in and say, don't you ever try that on my child. That's my baby. Fuck is you talking about? So like, I'm just like, whoa, she was supposed to get handled right then and there. That's where you're supposed to handle an 11-year-old, for sure.
Put a finger down if your boyfriend and high school sweetheart of 5 years actually had a baby the whole time that you did not know about. And the only reason you found out that he had a baby is because his sister got into a car accident and he had to take care of his nephew/son while she's recovering in the hospital. And you decided that you were going to go to one of the doctor's appointments with them, and on all the paperwork and documents, everything like that, your boyfriend is listed as the father. And dots are starting to connect because his nephew was coming over every weekend, and every time you seen the sister, she always was looking at you crazy. Come to find out, whole time his nephew was his son.
My freshman year of college, I lived with this white girl, right? So it was a suite. It was a white girl and a Hispanic girl, and then me and my other black friend who I knew from high school, right? In the beginning, we was all besties, okay? But then in the middle of the year, shit started to hit the fan. Thank God now we all cool, shout out to them. But babe, some shit went down. One day I was in the shower washing my hair, right? And our bathroom was basically connected to the hallway. Like, it shared a wall. So if you were in the shower, you could always hear people yelling, talking, anything, right? So as I'm washing my hair, I'm being nosy. I hear loud yelling today, okay? But then I peeped that I recognized the voice that was yelling. It was my friend Tyshawn, a friend of mine and my roommates, right? And I hear him say, you called me a... Y'all, I let the water take the soap out of my hair. I turned off that shower, put my robe on, and before I could even reach for the door, Tyshawn walked in blacking. He goes, where's Abby? Where's Abby now? Because her friends is bugging out. I said, hold the fuck up, y'all. Why Abby's friends see Tyshawn in the hallway, right? I guess they were trying to talk to him, trying to say hi to him because they've met him. Like I said, we were all cool in the beginning, so everybody, all of our friends would intermingle. They tried to talk to him. I guess he didn't hear. And she says, nah, why you acting fake? My who? Y'all. Okay, if you know, you know. White frats party on the weekdays. They would always come back to our building lit as hell. That day, I guess they drank a little bit too much, or did a little bit too much, okay, because them N-words started flowing. People be showing people sometimes, they get to showing they ass when that liquor hit them, okay? As Tyshawn is yelling and telling me and my roommate what's going on, I'm sorry, I left the room because I knew exactly where those girls lived and I had to go and say something to them. I take my ass to the other building on our quad. I go upstairs to go find the group of girls, and as I'm going to their room, I see the door is open. I walk inside and I see Shorty, the one who called him the N-word, okay? She's on her bed literally, like, I'm not even joking, literally throwing up on her bed. Like, vomiting on her bed. That's how lit she was. Her friends are like, I'm so sorry, because they already knew. I didn't have to say anything. They already knew what I was coming to talk to them about. I'm so sorry. She's drunk. She's like, oh yeah, I'm so... I said, I'm not gonna lie, I came here to curse you out. Don't make me have to beat you up, babe. Don't touch me. This is too much nastiness. This is nasty personalities, nasty words, and nasty bitches. Get away from me. As I'm talking to them, Tyshawn and my roommate found me. They walked up the stairs. They were trying to make sure I wasn't going to beat her up. But y'all, that was not the intention. Because fun fact, that girl, her mom was one of the deans of the school. So I had no intention of touching her. No. I just had to let her know you will never set foot in my fucking room ever again. Ever again. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that story.
When I was a prostitute, I would not shower for that day, and I would take this stuff that's called blackout, and it blacks out your teeth. It paints them black. So I have perfect teeth from having braces. So I was like, well, that's a fucking tall tale sign. What hooker on the street has perfect teeth? So I would black out teeth to make it look like I didn't have certain teeth.
Oh, wow.
And it worked. So then I took coconut oil and I rubbed it in my hair to make it look greasy as fuck. So then I took my clothes. So I was wearing clothes that were 2 or 3 sizes too big, which you would think is counterintuitive. Like most people think, oh, prostitutes, they're wearing next to nothing. No.
Bro, one thing about Charles, he gonna tell Miss Netta business, dog. I know he got his ass toe up today. Cause why would you get on here and tell everybody that Netta owns? Why would you get on here and tell everybody that Netta owns? Wait, why would you get on here and tell everybody that Netta owns Ozempic, Charles? And then he just like blurted out like he like a kid, you know, like them kids, so you gotta watch when you say stuff around because they'll go repeat it to everybody. Now you know Joe don't want up. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I feel like he be doing it on purpose because Netta made him lose his real good paying job to be content creators, and then it didn't blow how she told him that it would. So now he be on some like, okay, bitch, you want the content? I'm gonna get her ass something to talk about. Like that time where she lied and told everybody, or told the people on live that she was having professional people come to clean the pool. And then Charles had his ass on live and was talking to the neighbors like, yeah, I just cleaned the pool out. I just cleaned the pool out. Like, why are you lying about stupid shit?
Good time, kids. Eating to sleep. Oi! What? What the fuck do you think you're playing at? What's your problem now? The kids just told me that you're in Spain. Yeah, and? Babe, go and get me a beer. What literally has it got to do with you, what I do when you have the kids and it's my spare time? Chloe, she's gone fucking Spain. Oh my fucking god. And you can tell her to shut up as well, the pigeon. Wait, why are we bothered? Alright, so that's what you think my £12 a week is for, is it? I'll have a day off. You're going about 3 fucking holidays a year with your missus. Goes on fucking you jetting off to Spain with your fella. I bet you've had a jet ski for the week as well, ain't you? And I bet you've had your nails done. First and foremost, this is the first time you've had your kids overnight in about 6 months, and I take the kids on holiday every single year. How many times have you took them? Oh, you reckon? You better get the plane back now, Tash, because I'm dropping these kids off. Oh, bore off, Darren. Nah, kids, get your fucking shoes on. We're going social services.
You think your teen years are embarrassing? When I was in high school, my mom took my phone in the middle of the night while I was sleeping, unlocked it, and saw that I was texting a bunch of guys in my grade, and then texted each one of them individually saying, "This is Julia's mom, you are never allowed to speak to her again," and then took my phone the next morning to the principal and showed her all of the messages with the guys with their first and last names and said that you have to call them down and let them know that they're never allowed to talk to Julia again or they're going to be in big trouble, which the principal did do. And then no guy in my grade or in the entire school would talk to me, so I had to talk to 23-year-olds instead. So, Mom, your plan really didn't work.
Never have I ever best friends edition. Never have I ever transferred schools because I couldn't make friends. Okay, my turn. Never have I ever slept with my best friend's boyfriend when she was away on a ski trip. Do you have anything to say? Are you serious right now? Don't fucking lie. I know you fucking did it. Are you serious right now? Yeah. Don't. No, but like, who told you that?
Things my crazy brother did, except they get progressively worse. Most of this is post getting out of the abusive household. So to start, he was a brony, but he was one of those bronies. You know what I'm talking about. The ones that are into the horses. He would steal money, both in person and online, so we couldn't have iTunes or even a quarter jar because he would steal any money he could get his hands on to spend it on. Can you guess what it is? It's Magic the Gathering cards! Tried to reconnect years later after getting kicked out because we were both in an abusive household, and I thought, you know, I should give him a second chance. Maybe he's recovered, maybe he's healed. So I went down to help him after a surgery. This is when I find out he's a feeder. And the entire time I was down there, and he would say it like this, all he would talk about is wanting a chubby bunny. He would just keep telling me that he wanted a chubby bunny, and oh my god, I have never wanted to explode and like peel my skin off more than in those moments. I'm like, shut up. And then he would spend all of his time on a fetish dating site going, why can't I find a good relationship? And I'm like, here's a crazy idea. Maybe if you saw women as people instead of only fetishizing them, it would end up better. My parents bought him and his ex-wife a house, and they had a roommate that was living with them whose rent would cover all of the utilities. So they were living completely rent-free for 3 years. When they divorced and left the house, they had no money. 2 people with full-time careers. Where did the money go? Can you guess? It was Magic the Gathering cards. And then he complained to me about the house that our parents bought him. Well, I have been living borderline homeless, working 40 hours a week on top of full-time classes. He invited somebody from said fetish website over right before my parents were supposed to come over so that they would walk in on them, which my parents, I don't care about. He embarrassed that woman. It's so gross.
You know what I hate? When women say things like, oh, I want to get married before I have kids. I don't want to be just another baby mama. And then all the bitter baby mamas in the room gang up on her. And they're like, oh, well, divorce happens. I know a lot of women that talk like you and they ended up getting divorced. You're that bitter and angry at the choices that you've made with men to the point where you would actually wish divorce on another woman who's just trying to make better decisions for her life? You're mad that that woman is smarter than you were at her age? You're that bitter? Oh, but he can still leave you. Duh. But being a wife comes with benefits that being a baby mama does not come with. If you and your baby daddy or boyfriend break up, you don't get the house, you don't get half of his money, you don't get the car, you don't get nothing. And I really respect the baby mamas that could get up here and say things like, yo, make better choices than the one that I've made. I love my child, but I had a child for all the wrong reasons. Make better choices. You don't want to be a baby mama. Don't follow in my footsteps. I really respect women that could say things like that because that's a tough pill to swallow. To all my women out there, do not let any bitter baby mama convince you that it is better to be a baby mama than it is to be a wife. And do not let them convince you that baby mamas and wives are on the same level. They are not. Get a ring before you destroy your body for a man.
Hi ladies, I'm back to give my take on this video. Ladies, I just realized I lost my footage that I recorded for the end of this video. But anyway ladies, I'll just end this video by saying this. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you enjoy the clips from this video. Let me know your favorite video. Is this something that I should make into a week series? Like every week I have to post messy story times or stories that don't go together but they eat. What do you think about this new wave of videos that I've been doing lately, ladies? But tell me the videos that stood out for me. For the video which stood out for me was the video of the man who has gone to court for a divorce, and then the wife follows him there. You can clearly see the wife doesn't want to work things through. It's just about, are you leaving or not? Like, she's not even asking herself, why is this man so tired? Why what have I done to make him behave this way or to want this divorce? You know, sometimes we have to look inwards because every time the problem cannot be external. Ladies, which other video struck you? The other video that struck me, and the last video that I'll comment on, is the mom who was grooming her kids. That is very gross as a parent, especially as a mother, grooming your kids. Oh my God, like, what worse can you do to them? Like, the world is evil enough. Why would you be the first person to mess up your kids' innocence like that? Anyway, ladies, I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't have much to say. As I said, I lost my original footage, but I hope you like this video. I hope you like the background. Sorry for the shaky footage at the beginning, ladies. I'll try and do better. It was just something random. I was visiting this plantation and I thought to myself, let me do one video over here. So I decided, let me do a video for you. Anyway, ladies, I hope you like that. Is this something you love for me to do often. Ladies, just let me know in the comment section down below and I'll be happy to engage with you. Anyway, ladies, have a nice weekend and I'll see you on my next video. Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah.